I've heard it from so many people in my life and so many times, even grown adults. I've never been creative. Oh, I wish I was creative. What I would do if I had that level of creativity. Are you one of those people? Have you set limitations on your creative potential, your creativity? Well, you may have set limiters, activated them, and never even knew it. And what I mean by that is how you define creativity will set the limitations of your creativity, thus hindering your creative potential in every way. So there's a simple way, and just as I asked those few questions or laid out those examples, all you have to do is just ask yourself, right? What is the definition of creativity as you know it, as you see it, as you feel it? In asking those questions, you can really gauge the limitations because if it's limited in scope, if it's confined in nature, then it also will be in turn just as you define it. So you have to think, right, in terms of how far reaching is creativity, right? What is it exactly? For me, before I had an expansion of awareness, let's say, a spiritual awakening, prior to that, I had no idea what creativity was. The way I defined it in my mind was just how far you could think outside of the box. And that was it. So, the further outside of the box that you could think, step out of, then that was, how your creativity was defined. That person's very creative. They could think outside the box. And yes, I did connect it to art in a sense, but not in the way. See, art is just a result of creative energy utilized with intent. That's how I see it. But creativity itself, it crosses over into literally everything that we experience in life. I mean, look around you. I mean, unless you're in a place like me, but even now, if you look, let me see, right there. Sorry, that's not dirt in my nails. I was painting. Um, that right there, even here in this very nature-esque place that I love to record, um, that thing right there is a light. It's a some sort of contraption that they use for, well, I think it's a light and a generator of sorts. But anyways, take a look around you, right? And literally everything, unless you're in a place like this, has been created by somebody at some point, or people collectively to bring something into this world for all of us to use. You see, a lot of the people that I have met in my life who have said stuff like, who have said things like, I've never been creative, oh, I wish, and so on and so forth, they only associate creativity with artistry, right? But creativity is the foundation of our entire infrastructure. Everything, all of it, it was all created. And even you, your conception, to the first words you spoke, and even all of the habits you acquired along the way, that was all a form of creativity. It was creative energy formulating into something, right? So, simply put, it's how you define creativity that will set the limits of your creative potential and creative energy. And all anything ever is that has been created is creative energy used in a way to with intent to create something. It's a very simple thing. And I had no idea. Had no idea. I kept it very simple in my understanding. Like I said earlier, it was just how far outside of the box that you could think. But it actually turns out to be so much more, and it encompasses literally everything that we experience in life. Because even now, the camera that I'm using, which is my phone, and that was created. The words that I'm using, it, the thoughts in my mind, I'm using my words and vibrations from the vocal cords to create the sounds of the words so that I can communicate this message to you. And so, if you have limited your creative potential and your creativity in that way, all you have to do, and it's very simple, is just redefine it. Yeah. Think about how you define it now and expand it. Expand it to literally encompass everything in this experience that we call life. Because in many ways, everything is.